I look tired, it's because I'm exhausted. My eyes are all stingy. January 26th, I think it is. I don't know, something like that. Yeah. Hey girl, I miss you very much. I'm missing you a lot right now, more than normal. It's because I am in a state of change. Change is always difficult. I'm up at Denver Airport. I'm in the little mini mart area gas station because I am about to head to Florida. The change that's going on is I got a new job. I stumbled onto something that it's kind of weird for me because my previous employer, I was going to hang out there forever. And unfortunately, some things happened where it's a long story. But, well, what happened was, I'll just tell you. You know, Mom, and I'm really tired, guys, so I really apologize. In order to get back at me for my misdeeds, Mom decided to have me arrested 7 times. When I was asking that you guys not be involved in this divorce, that all got cleared up. But apparently, I went to go apply for a management position at work at my old employer. And they found all those arrests, and they're like, you didn't tell us about these. I'm like, well, I was never convicted. Anyway, I'm rambling. So they let me go. And as luck would have it, I stumbled onto something that I can't believe. It makes no sense to me. Well, it does, because I happen to believe God's looking out for me. I got a job that appears to be way better. It's going to be more money, better work schedule, better quality of life. And I'm sitting here in disbelief. You know, when good things happen, I get nervous. And I'm very, very nervous right now. I'm scared. Because this is like too good to be true kind of a thing. You know? So, anyway, I'm flying out to Florida now for this new job. For what's called INDOC. It's initial training. And then I'll head out for simulator training and do all this training. But, yeah. So, this one's going to be all broken up, and I'm tired right now. I'm very, very tired. I'm about to watch this guy back into my car. Please don't back into my car. I'm saying a lot because I've been up for a while as of right now. I've had a lot to do. So, I'm going to head to Florida, and I'll fill you in when I get there. It's going to be broken up. This is not going to be a standard episode. This one's going to be broken up into a bunch of segments. So, all right. I got to go catch my flight, and I'll catch up with you in a minute. So I'm here in Florida the next day, 26th. God, Dad, get it together with the dates. Anyway, just finished day 1. And it's, I got here last night to Florida, and instantly. I'm always thinking of you guys anyway, and it never stopped. And I got here to Florida, and our time of living here just all came rushing back. The feel of the air, the smells, the looks, the sights, the sounds, all came back, and it was like little kind of hurtful in my heart, but also just kind of like with the pictures. When I look at pictures, it's hurtful, but also just puts love in my heart. And then all day long, I was thinking about you guys, because I was thinking, it sucks to not be with you in a way that I can't describe. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I wouldn't even wish it on Mom's attorney or your CLR, who I consider to be the most two evil people on the planet. And I wouldn't wish this on them, to have their children taken from them. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's okay. Because all day today, I was in disbelief, getting back to my original thought. I don't like saying people are evil, but when you steal people's children, you're kind of evil. That just bothered me. All day long today. It was day one of NDOC, and so I still have my shirt on. We're treated like freaking royalty. It was amazing. They issued me my company credit card, which I've never had a company credit card. I'm like scared. But then they're talking about the places that we go to, like Jamaica and Turks and Caicos, which I don't even know where that is really. Yeah, I do. I'm just kidding. And going to Cancun and all these getaways. Some places. And then some people go to Europe and stuff like that. I'm not going to be doing that because I don't want to cross the Atlantic. Anyway, I'm thinking to myself, I wish Monkey and Muffin were here so freaking badly. But the bright side is that when all this is over and they can't control you anymore, what makes me happy is that when they stop manipulating and controlling you, I'm going to have some pretty amazing places for us to go to. I'm like excited about that. Yeah, it's a few years away, but it's still going to happen. As long as well, again, if you're watching these, probably not going to happen. But that was my thought process, and I'll leave notes for you in my will. But now being down here just made me miss. I said it. I got in the car and I said I miss Monkey and Muffin, and Mom too. Even I really do. Remember, we're in Florida. Of course, I'm going to think about Mom. Miss Mom. So right now, though, this is what being consumed with anger does. Makes it so ugly things happen rather than good things. Been there, done that. I got a lot going on in my head right now. I'm overwhelmed with joy about this experience I'm having, and then I'm also really sad about this experience I'm having because you're not here. And I'm thinking about you, and I love you, and I miss you. All right. I got to go to a dinner and meet up with the rest of my class. And this is so cool. Remember, what got me here, up until getting to this point, I thought it was an absolute disaster. Arrested 7 times. My previous employer finding out, hey, you didn't tell us about this. You're fired. Oh no. Gotta find another job. Oh my God, another job. That's even better. Keep that in mind when the world goes sideways and things aren't working out for you. This is one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me, and I'm just giddy. And I love you, and I miss you, and I'm doing all of this for you. It may seem like I'm doing it for me, but I think to myself, I get to work to provide stuff for Monkey and Muffin. I love you guys. So we'll probably cut to the next clip here in a minute. It's night 2 in Florida. I'm studying. I got my workout in. And now, ice cream sandwich. You know, I tell you guys in these videos to exercise, and eat right, meditate, forgive. It's an important one. But also, indulge. And always bring a towel. I have been sitting here, and because this opportunity that I've fallen into is so good, not the ice cream sandwich, that's good too. Wonderful opportunity. But because it's so good, I'm experiencing fear. Well, not just that, but it's also, you know, a new chapter of my life. I don't mind saying to you that I'm absolutely terrified right now. I mean that. I might not look it, but that's just because I've experienced so much fear now that fear doesn't really affect me. Let me rephrase that. Fear doesn't affect me externally. You can't see it on the outside. Usually. Throwing all these qualifiers, all these caveats into it. But I am terrified. And I was talking to somebody about this not too long ago, because we all do this, and it's a matter of who wants to admit it. But when things start going too well, especially after having, you know, been put through hell, making a rhyme here, I start getting scared that something bad is coming. It's almost like, and this is true too, when I'm flying, I like turbulence better than smooth air. Smooth air makes me nervous. It's a true story. Unless I'm in the back. I don't like being in the back. I have to be up in the front, flying the plane. In the turbulent air, I'm like, okay, I can handle turbulence. I know how bad this is going to be. When it's smooth, it's like, what's coming? So, if you feel that, you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone in anything. That's why I told you guys, same brain. But, you know what's been getting me through the days since I drove out here? I always look at these anyway. My little monkey, my little muffin. I've been looking at those regularly, like every 15 minutes kind of a thing. So, my little monkey, my little muffin. It keeps me going. It's like the best present you guys have ever given me. Oh, yeah. Endless motivation. So, I'm going to get back to studying. Sorry. I'm going to get back to studying after I finish my ice cream sandwich. I love you guys. So, like I said, this video's all chopped up. because I knew I wanted to bring you along on this journey. I had anticipated, oh, by the way, day 3 of Indoc is all over. Today is January 28th. But so we do Indoc 3 days, then we go to the simulators and learn how to fly these airplanes. But I knew I wanted to bring you on this journey, and I knew coming back to Florida was gonna invoke emotions in me. So I had an idea. I'm like, I want this all to be one video. But Indoc is all done. I'm gonna go home for 3 or 4 days or whatever it is. Getting my exercise. Gotta burn it off. Gotta burn off all this. It's not anxiety. It's just missing you guys. Just missing you guys a ton. I want to see your little faces so badly. But I head home tomorrow for a few days. And I do apologize that I'm scatterbrained, by the way. And then, of all things, I head to San Diego for 2 weeks to go get type rated, is the technical term. Every jet, there are different types, and you have to be rated on that type, so you go get a type rating. So I am going to be in San Diego, of all places, for 2 weeks. I think the only place worse for me to go would be like Tokyo. Here I am in Florida, maybe Columbus, I don't know. But yeah, head out there for 2 weeks. I'm gonna be doing the same thing because I'm gonna be thinking about you, and I'm not just gonna talk to myself, I'm gonna talk to you because I love you and I miss you. And my heart is not complete without you. Both of you. I miss you with all of my heart, and my heart is missing pieces because of it. So, I'm gonna finish up my exercise and head home in the morning. Fun, right? Yeah. It's fun, but I would literally give anything to be able to talk to you or see you or text you right now. Show the love, girls. Always, always, always show the love. Never let things like this drag you down into the anger. I see it so much. I witness it every single day. And it's painful for me to watch people do it. So I try to pass it on to you. Turn the pain into joy. It's tough to do, but it's doable. What you do is you think of the good times. You don't dwell on the bad times. And I promise you right now, I'm not thinking about the bad times one bit. I'm thinking about all the fun we had. Anyway, I love you. I miss you. Go out and love one another the exact same way I love you, okay? I'm in San Diego now. Carlsbad, actually, but let me turn this down. I just finished day 1 of ground school for the new airplane, and I'm so tired. I fell asleep in class. Yeah. I never would have thought at 48 years old I'd be falling asleep in a classroom. I'm so tired. How do I look? Oh, I look tired. Oh yeah, I look terrible. Oh dear God. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm missing you girls a lot. It's like growing exponentially per day. I was talking to my therapist before I left, and he taught me a technique. I think I'd learned it before, but it doesn't matter. Why do I always have to do that? Why do I need to know everything? I don't. But no, I'm saying I think I forgot it is what I'm actually saying. Oh, I'm so tired. But he said it's like a headache or a stomach ache. You say, okay, I have a stomach ache. How bad is this stomach ache? 1 through 10 scale. Okay, it's a 3. Okay, well, then just tough it out. Or as opposed to like, this stomach ache is like an 8. All right, I better get some Pepto-Bismol and do something about this. Find a remedy, right? So when you're feeling these strong emotions, if the first thing you do, oh my God. I'm sorry, girls. The first thing you do, well, like right now, okay, it's not an emotion, but I'm tired. Okay, so I'm tired. That's what's going on. What's the severity of it? For me, the severity of this is probably about a 9 right now. I'm really tired, but I'm missing you, so this was my remedy for missing you. Because I got 2 things going on right now. I'm really tired, and I'm missing you a lot. I'm feeling like loneliness. So, this is my remedy, because earlier I went, I'm feeling really lonely. I'm missing Monkey and Muffin. And so I said, okay, what's the severity of this? And my answer to that was also about a 9. And this is my remedy. I said, I'm going to talk to them. I miss you guys, and even just talking to you like this is therapeutic. I picture little Muffin just nodding, and Monkey, you just coming over and giving me a hug like you used to, just to make me feel better. And it makes it better. It makes the stomach ache go from a 9 to like a 3, which is manageable. So when you feel those strong emotions, the first thing you do, identify what's going on. Okay, I'm feeling lonely. How bad is it? It's pretty bad. Okay, I got to find a remedy. And then find a remedy. Might take some time to find those remedies, but that's the work. That's the work we do. All right. I am going to fall asleep and sleep for like probably 10 hours. It's 8:30 right now, and I have to be there at 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, really. But I'll snap a couple of pictures for you. Show you what the classroom looks like. It's boring as hell. Okay, I love you, and next clip coming up, I guess. Next clip. Is it lens all dirty? It is. Night 3 in San Diego. I'm not going to get into it. You probably already know as you're watching this. I just found something out that makes me really, well, it goes beyond sad. I'm trying to just fight it off because it's like 10:30 at night right now. I don't even know. Then yeah, I found something out that makes me just sad, devastated. Like I said, my heart, it actually hurts, like right there. It like really hurts. That's heartbreak. I've learned to just accept life the way it is. It's it's cool to be able to do that, but it's like a movie. You watch a movie and you accept the movie. You watch Forrest Gump and you're crying and it sucks, but you accept it as the movie. It's kind of like life for me right now. It's like the story of my life, and this makes me really sad. Anyway, I also got to see pictures of you guys for the first time in a long time. You guys got big. You guys got really big. That made me happy and sad. So, anyway, I'm studying. Here. So I'm pacing and reading about this and limitations and that. I got the computer open over there. I don't mind saying this is pretty tough because my brain, my heart won't let my brain concentrate. You know what I mean? I'm sure you do. Monkey, I saw your picture, and you have the same little tooth up here that I had. It's the exact same one. That tooth right there. I can't see it. That one used to be up here. I had to get braces to drag it down. And Muffin, your hair is no longer blonde. It caught me off guard. And you look grown up. I happen to believe, and it's really cool because if you follow science at all, it kind of jives with what the Bible has to say now, which is amazing. I don't want to get all nerdy or all Bible thumpy, but modern science, quantum physics, astrophysics, that sort of stuff, I love it. And it talks about how all existence exists all the time.
According to the block universe theory, the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously, and they're all happening right now. But how is that possible? Einstein's theory of relativity supports something called the block universe, and it's sort of exactly how it sounds. You can best picture this concept with a cube shape, where at one end of the cube is the Big Bang, which was the beginning of space-time, and at the other end you have the death of the universe. In between both sides, you have every event that has ever and will ever happen, and they're all happening right now. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's not possible because I'm watching this video right now, I know what I did yesterday, and I don't know what will happen tomorrow. And you would be right, we only feel the passage of time going one way, but a lot of physicists say this could just be thanks to entropy, which basically means that all things head towards disorder. Since there's no way back from disorder to order, like a broken egg can't become whole again, we can't perceive time that has passed. You can think of the block universe sort of like this video. This video is already done, I finished it a few days ago, but you haven't seen it all yet, so all you can do is move through it. But watching it all the way through will never change what was in it in the first place.
And I happen to believe that if we make ourselves into good energy, because we are energy, E equals MC squared, that's kind of an accepted fact now. And if we're good energy, we get to go through space and time and experience whatever we want, anytime we want. That actually jives with science, believe it or not. You might already know that. But So I don't get too sad about missing certain times with you guys because I actually really believe, like, oh, no, I'll get to do that. I'll get to do that again. All right, I'm rambling, and I sound like a crazy person. That's true, though. Look it up. One of Mom's favorites, Michio Kaku. Michio Kaku. He looks like Albert Einstein. Anyway, I'm going to get back to studying, but I wanted to talk to you guys because I got off the phone and saw some pictures, and the old heartache started. I don't know what to say. Anyway, I'm working for you guys. Like, what keeps me going with all this stuff is thinking, gotta take care of Monkey and Muffin. And Mom, too. Always. You can say it's weird, and you can say, oh my God, he's a weirdo. He still talks nice about his wife, former wife, ex-wife, whatever you want to say. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm weird. Been called that a lot. Weird, bizarre, whatever. I'm rambling. I miss you. All right. Next update here in a couple seconds. Day 5 now. It's, I want to share something with you that I just find intriguing. I just got into my room. And there's something about me. And I want to share it with you because you girls might have something similar. I don't know, but I'm just going to share it with you. I get weirded out when things are going too good, like I said. But I also get weirded out when people are nice to me. And even just saying those words. The first thing that goes through my head, and something that's stuck in my head, is why are they being nice to me? What do they want from me? What are they doing? I just got back from a study session with my teammates, or my sim partners, and all, the classmates. It was 4 of us. And it's pretty obvious that they see me as like they're like the leader of the group. They're asking me where should we study, and they came here to my hotel. They're all at different hotels, and they came here, and then they're asking me questions, and they, I noticed that when they're all talking amongst themselves, and I'm remaining quiet, and then when I start speaking, I just watch, because I don't want to talk over anybody. They kind of talk over each other when they're talking, and then I speak, and everybody gets quiet, and I notice that. I'm like, you guys actually listen to what I say. And then the last questions, technical questions. Hey, what's this number? JJ, do you know it? Yeah. And then we get done studying, and everybody leaves, and they say goodbye. They go out the front door, What the hell's that? Oh. Amy, that's your tattoo. That just freaked me out. It's like, what's on my hand? And the guy behind the counter, I've chatted with him a few times at the hotel, the front desk. Nice guy, super nice guy. He's always there. I always just enjoy talking to people. It's just nice. People just want somebody to talk to. Hence, I'm talking to you. So I go grab a couple snacks to bring back to the room. I get just a little bag of cookies, Tate's cookies. Got a Coke Zero. And I put them down on the counter, and he just looks at me and goes, go ahead. weirds me out. I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know how to respond to somebody being nice to me. I'm like, no, I can be cordial and polite and friendly and jovial, and then as soon as somebody's nice to me, I'm like, what do you want? There's something inherently wrong with me. I'm aware of it, and so I work on it. So I said to him, "Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I'll repay the favor, or I'll pay it forward." Meaning, I'll do somebody else a favor. Anyway, you deal with that. If you deal with that, know that there are still good people out there who are just being nice. Either that, or I'm just a very scary person, and I don't want to be scary. I miss you, girls. I can't stop thinking about Muffin. I can't stop thinking about your hair not being blonde anymore. I'm very curious if you dyed it or if it's just changed color, like Mom's did when she was young. So, anyway, I love you guys. And cut to next scene. Hey, girls. These are my good friends Joe and Humphrey. Humphrey's back here beating us up, clubbing us over the head. And then Joe's teaching me everything I don't want to know.
Humphrey's the only real captain in the cat. No, you guys are fantastic.
We're having a lot of fun. I miss you. So yeah, that's the simulator. You guys have done that before. So it's my simulator partner Joe, the guy you saw in that video. He and we're not going to be working together because he's a captain as well, but we're working at the same company. And there's a few other people in the class who work for other companies but are going to be flying the same airplane. They're getting trained on the same type of airplane, type rating, And there's one, I call him a kid, but he's 31 years old. And he's so stressed out that it gets to me because I watch him create situations of things that are not situations. It's not a big deal. So much so that, well, here's what I mean. I'm sitting there and we went to lunch today and he's asking me questions, and I'm glad to share my knowledge, help him figure things out with regard to the airplane and procedures and stuff like that. It's fairly simple. We have all these regulations as pilots and all these procedures and all these different things, but the overriding mantra, the overriding rule is just use common sense. Common sense appears to have gone by the wayside. That's what I want to impress upon you guys, is just use common sense. You just don't overthink things. He's sitting there asking me all these numbers, and I'm talking to him about, okay, hey, if you have a depressurization that where the cabin, the inside of the plane loses pressure and you have to do a descent, and he's worried about all these numbers and limitations and all these things, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? I don't know, man, why don't you just tell me? I'm like, dude, just if the cabin depressurizes, what are you gonna do? I'll get my mask on and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and, to squawk this and do pilot terms. I'm like, yes, what are you going to do? You're way up in the sky and you've lost pressure. What are you gonna do? Why don't you just tell me? I don't know. He's getting angry with me. He was actually getting upset because I just wouldn't give him the answer. And that's not the way that I work. I don't just give people the answers. That doesn't help them just to give them the answer. you encourage people to develop a thought process. And it, finally, I just said to him, are you going to descend? Are you going to go down and to where there's more pressure, where people can breathe? Oh, yeah. You're so worried about all the technicalities of things that you just forget the basics. Don't overthink things. People can breathe down here, they can't breathe up there. Don't overthink things, girls. Keep it simple. Really. The world will make it so it seems overwhelming to you, but it's not that hard. It might seem that hard. I get that. I understand that. But it's really not. You just keep it simple. All right, dinner time. I'm gonna go hang with these guys, and hopefully nobody starts stressing out too much. Sheesh. Just got back from the simulator, and the guy. I'm stammering because I don't want to use names. I got in trouble. I'm not really in trouble, but I had somebody become upset because their name had been used in a video, even though it was only a first name, for crying out loud. The guy who was having difficulty and panicking and freaking out, not using common sense, I sat in with him. He was hoping I could give him some pointers. Well, of course I can. And I don't mean to sound arrogant. I really don't, because the blessings, the gifts and talents that I've been blessed with, they're from God. I can't take credit for them. They were given to me by God. So I sat in, and ordinarily when you do these sorts of flights, and most flights, you use the autopilot. When we're in the simulator like we are, we're having all sorts of malfunctions. We have hydraulic malfunctions and flight control malfunctions, engine fires, and fuel transfer problems. And it creates a very chaotic situation, right? So we use the autopilot to bring that chaos down. It's just a resource that we have to, hey, we're gonna let the autopilot fly the plane while we sort of put this fire out, or whatever it is. I wanted him to see that he was becoming excited for no reason. So I had a 2-hour flight. He was sitting in the right seat for me, and then we switched seats. And I never used the autopilot. It was I wasn't showing off. I'm not showing off. That was not my intent. I mean, I can if I want to, but it's not my point. My point was to show him that it's possible to do all of these things even while still what we call hand flying, using our hands and feet to fly the airplane. And even the instructor was in disbelief, because we're flying without seeing outside. We're looking at the instruments, and then we fly an approach and get down to a runway that we never see and land the airplane, and meanwhile that's on fire, and we're running checklists and throwing other switches. It's a lot. I happen to be gifted, and again, it's not me. It's like saying, I have brown eyes. I happen to have brown eyes. They're not, I didn't make them. That's what God gave me. So I just showed him that it was possible, but I wanted to share it with you, because you girls, you will have talents and abilities that are God-given, whatever they are. That's why I never pushed you towards any sort of career. You need to discover what your talents and abilities are, whatever they are, and that will guide you in life of where you're supposed to be, whatever it is. it can be anything from rocket scientists to making a delicious turkey and you're a stay-at-home mom. It doesn't matter. It's what your calling is, if that's what your talent is. There's a thing called Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and it talks about, I think I've talked to you about this before, it talks about the needs that people have in life, and the top of the little triangle, the top of the pyramid, is self-actualization, and most people don't take the time or even care about what that means. And what that means is once all of your needs are met, once you have been given all of the needs that you need, you can become your actual self. You can become who God intended you to be. And it's important because if you don't follow your talents, if somebody pushes you in the wrong direction, if I was forced to be a jazz dancer, I wouldn't be where I'm supposed to be. If I was forced to be what do they call those people that a stenographer? Those people that type out transcripts. I couldn't do it. Look at the size of these things. It's huge, and I got a huge head. I was meant to be a pilot. You're meant to be something. Whatever it is, follow it. Be your actual self. Hand fly, so to speak. Don't actually, unless you want to be a pilot, go be a pilot. All right. 3 more days, then I go home. Temporarily. I don't know why. I'm blowing you a kiss because I miss you. I miss you a lot. I miss you a lot. I'm looking at these like crazy. Oh my God, I look old. I'm 48 now, All right. I'm all done. 3 weeks? 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks. 4 weeks of training. I'm tired. And I'm having so much, I'm missing you guys in the same way that I did when this first all started going down. I'm not certain why, but I think it's because this huge frickin' blessing that I've gotten, I want to be able to share it with you. And I kind of am, but I actually want to be able to share it with you. When I first got the camera out, it was because I was thinking I have to thank them. And Monkey, there's a lot of people out there who wouldn't be able to persevere like I have, and I'm not taking credit for it. The thought of you guys motivates me. I know I've said it over and over and over, but the only way I got through this, because there were days that were rough, like pretty freaking rough, where it was tough to concentrate, tough to remember things. All this training is mostly learning new numbers and new systems, and you saw the diagrams and stuff. And I was able to pull myself out of it each time by thinking of you guys. I will never be able to thank you guys enough. You have no idea what you do for me. I will never be able to explain it to you fully what goes on in here in here. It's because of you that I don't want to say that, like, I was going to say that my life is so good, because it is, but I mean, obviously the vast majority of my heart is missing without you guys. But that remaining piece is able to sustain itself with the memory and the looking forward to you guys. I'm heading home in the morning, and yeah, I'm kind of speechless right now. It's a bizarre, as we talked about, like, as I talked about before, bittersweet. I love you guys so freaking much. And I will never be able to thank you enough for what you've done for me. Just by being you. Alright. It's a long video, I know, because, well, I don't know how long it's going to be when I piece it all together. But thanks for sticking through it. It was a good ride. Now I get to actually go and have fun again. I love you guys. Go out and love one another. I mean it. Don't ever let that ugliness get to you. I would not be sitting here right now with the blessings that I have with any amount of ugliness in my heart. All that's left now is pure happiness, joy, and love.